Hi everybody, I am Mrs. Schaefer and I will be the art teacher in A3. I have sculpture and ceramics, jewelry, mixed media, and the IB Visual Arts. Here's some examples from the different classes. We have a lot of fun in here and I'm really excited for the semester. I want to tell you a little bit about my family. I have 2 kids and my husband Jake. Jake you might have seen around. He refs for basketball and volleyball quite often at West High. He also is one of the managers at Young Arena. I have 2 kids, Sawyer and Spencer. Sawyer loves to do softball, gymnastics, basketball, and figure skating. And Spencer is doing figure skating right now. I started off, I went to UNI and I have an art degree, and then I worked for a little bit in a photo studio, I worked at a camera store, and then decided to go back to school to get my education degree. So I went back to UNI and I've been here ever since. And I also coach figure skating. You'll find me at Young Arena 4 days a week. I just wanted to give you an idea of a typical day in the art room. Right away at the beginning, I'll be taking attendance and you'll get the instructions for the day in the first about 5 minutes of class because I want to give you as much time as I can to work. So it's very important that you're here on time. I want you in the door by the time the bell rings and headed to your seat, and you need to be in your seat by the time I'm taking attendance. You will have a studio work time every day. So that means the time that you're in here working on your project, this is your time to get your projects done. At the end of class, I will announce that it's the 5 minutes and you're to clean up. Please do not clean up before that time because I always give you enough time to do that, and that's part of your work time, so we don't want to jip you out of that. The grading in here is 50% participation and 50% your projects. So what that looks like is your participation is going to be 10 points a day. If you have to be gone, if it's excused and it's in the computer, or you bring me a note, or somebody emails me and says you're going to be gone, you will still get 5 points. If there is no excuse and you're just gone, it'll be 0 points. You can come in and make up time if you would like by working on your project either after school or during your seminar time, and we'll have to arrange that ahead of time. So the participation part of your class is your attendance, that you're in dress code, please be responsible with that, and that you're ready to work. So as soon as I give the assignment, you're gonna have your materials out and ready to go. Always bring at least a pencil. There'll be some of the classes where you might wanna bring some stuff from home. Make sure you have those here when you need them. Also, listening for instructions. Listening for when I give a demonstration, that you're paying attention so that you know what to do. Willingness to try new materials, new concepts. There'll be lots of things that we're doing that you haven't done before, and that's okay. That's what I want this to be. I want it to be something where you're learning something new. It might not be perfect, and that's okay, but I want you to try. A large majority of this class will be that you made an attempt and that you tried. Be sure that you're getting your assignments done, and make sure they get turned in. There will be times when I announce that things are gonna get turned in. Please make sure you do that because I'm not gonna chase you down. And please put your cell phones away. That's gonna be a huge thing. If you're on your phone and looking at Twitter or playing on Snapchat and stuff like that, then you're not working on your assignment. There might be times at the end of class to say, hey, take a Snapchat of what you did today. It'll be during the cleanup time. That's fine, but if you're using it the whole time to not work on your project, then that's when you're gonna lose points. The project part of your grade is going to be basically your work. So the preliminary work, did you do any planning? Some of the projects were gonna be some planning. You're gonna have to draw out some ideas. That's gonna be part of the preliminary work. And then the actual completion of the project, and did you include all the things that are required? Many of the projects will have requirements that you have to put in there, and then it'll also be graded on how well you did those. But make sure you include all those because you don't want to lose out of your points. And then the mastery of the skill. So whatever I tried to teach you, How well are you doing it? And then what's your presentation of your assignment? Would it be something you're proud to show someone else? Think about if you were making it to sell, is it something someone would want to buy? Imagine, if you're thinking of this class, imagine that you're coming into work. You want to come to work, you're going to do your work and working the whole time. And then would you be proud to show somebody what you did? For the tardies, like I said, make sure that you're in the door by the time the bell rings and in your seat. If you're late, you need to have a pass from your other teacher, or you're going to take a tardy slip. So whatever it is that made you, might make you tardy, make sure that you take care of it before you come in here, because it's very important that you're here. I don't send home homework. All of your work has to be done in class because it's really hard to send paint or clay with you. So make sure you're here and we get all of it done. If you have a detention, so if you were tardy to this class or a different class, you could serve the detention here. If you are late to my class, you could come in and serve your detention. You could also make up the points that you missed for being gone. So 2 birds with 1 stone. Go ahead and take advantage of that. I do ask that you have bags, purses, and books off the tables. We don't have a ton of space in here, and so it's just courteous to your fellow classmates if you give them as much room as possible. Just keep them right underneath your table or hanging off of your chair. If you have your phone or iPod with music, make sure that when you come in, you take your headphones off so you can get the directions. I have had kids miss the full directions because they didn't turn off your music. Join us for a few minutes, get what information you need to. If you want to put your music on, that's fine during the work time. But make sure it's not so loud that we can hear it clear across the room, because we will ask you to turn it down. If it's a repeated issue, I'll have you just shut them off and not use it at all. For passes from this class to anywhere else, you will only be allowed 1 per semester. So like I said, take care of whatever it is outside of this class. If you're going to be late, that'll be a tardy. Don't ask for a pass. Like I said, it's hard to send anything with you, so it's really important that I have you here. If you have to absolutely have a pass more than 1 a semester, we will talk. It will probably cost you participation points. It's very important that you're here. Please be kind and respectful for other people. It's very important that you clean up after yourself. I have over 150 students in here a day. If everybody leaves behind one little thing, this place will be a pit. So please, please clean up after yourself. Wipe the tables if it needs it. There's sponges at every sink. We have 3 sinks in here. If you need to, make sure you wash your brushes. Take care of those. Those are expensive, and I hate spending money on brushes when I could be spending them on other things. If you need to contact me outside of class, or a parent needs to get a hold of me, please just send me an email. That's the best way. It's really hard to call during the day, and because I'm usually in a different class teaching. So shoot an email. I'll give that to you in just a second. And please feel free to stop by anytime. If you see the doors open, stop in, say hey. If you need to get something, please, if you ever have a question, just ask. I'm more than happy to help you out. My email is up there. It's Schaefer, CSCHAEFERC @waterlooschools.org. I also have a Twitter that I use a lot for art or other things happening at West High. You're welcome to follow that. It's Schaefer Art Room. And I also have a YouTube channel. I will have videos for instruction if you miss something, or sometimes initially I will show that as well. It's just my name. It's Carrie Schaefer. And if you type that in, I'm usually the first one that pops up, and the videos are all categorized for classes. So if you missed something, or I showed something and you were still confused, especially with jewelry, feel free to pull that up on your phone, and it will take you through step by step whatever the skill is that we just did. Please always have at least a pencil with you. For the different classes, there might be a few different things. For jewelry, you are free to purchase beads or the tools. I'll be showing those as we start going through the semester and start needing different things. I do provide beads and the tools, but if you want your own, I'm more than happy to allow you to do that. You could buy the tools at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Joann Fabrics. I will explain to you where you can get them so that you get the right thing. For sculpture and mixed media, I will be providing pretty much everything you need. There might be some projects where you want to bring something from home, and you are absolutely welcome to do that. Just make sure you have your materials here when we start the project. If you're in a fundamentals class, they will be required to have a sketchbook, and we'll talk about that once the time comes around. I always think it's a little bit chilly in here, so make sure you have a jacket, no matter what time of year it is, I think it is, so just be prepared. I will be handing you an index card. I just want to get some information from you, and I'll explain that a little bit more as you finish up this video. If there are any questions that you have for me, or if there's something I need to know about you to make you successful in this class, please let me know right away. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your art class, and we hope to have you again soon.